Hello everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to Life is Feudal. Today we're going to go over how to make a kiln and what's required. So basically you go to any tile on the map, you're going to go to the construct tab, you're going to hit construct, and all these things will pop up, and a little bit down the menu is the kiln. So there's the kiln. You can play with it, you can twist it around, put it whichever way you want, hit the build button, and it's going to build a little placard like this. Then you want to open up the placard and see the building requirements. Now it's going to require 20 water, 400 clay, 30 plant fiber. So we got the plant fiber by right clicking on these herbs, say gather a plant fiber, and away she goes. Get the clay by digging it up with the regular primitive shovel in any of the clay spots. They're strewn about throughout the map. And you get the water by going to the lake, right clicking on the lake, and say get water. Now I got an extra bag here, so if you want to, you can get 2 extra water and 20 extra clay and make yourself your mold. And your mold can be made later on. Oh, I can make a jug. Your mold you can use later on. You're going to need a hammer to construct this, so make sure you have your hammer equipped. I'm using a metal one, but you could do it with a primitive. It's a nice little primitive hammer. It makes no difference. It's going to take a couple bangs to get her done, and every time you do it, it'll put more and more resource into it. Now if you get extra clay, use some water and make an anvil mold, and then you can use that later on in the furnace with some ingots to make your anvil for your forged anvil. So it's a good thing just to gather 20 extra and 2 extra water and make your full little thingy there. Anyway, so this is almost done. It takes about 3 goes, looks like, maybe 4 goes. One more whack should do it. Well, we got one more to go, I believe. Construct. 30 more plant fiber to put in there. And then what I use the kiln for mainly is to make myself coal. Coal is used for in the furnaces or the forge and anvil. So what you want to do is you want to go into your manage kiln and you see how it is. So we'll pick up some logs. I think we got a couple billets. You want to pick up the billets. We'll take 15 here. You can only put 20 billets in. Depending on your server settings, it might be a different burn time or whatever, but standard would be 20 billets make 20 coal, or whatever amount of coal. We'll see how much coal we get out of this. You can server settings will dictate it, so we can only put 5 more in there. So we select 5. Come on now. There we go. There's 5. Shove it in there, and then you're going to want to just turn it on, and you're going to want to sit and wait and leave it at 500 degrees. Don't pump it up or you burn away all your wood. So now she's going. Throw the rest of the wood somewhere else. It's slowly going to cook up, and you see this is the use bellows, and when you do that it'll increase the rate of heat. This is a thing I've never used, show inventory. Well, I can see the inventory. And when it's fully produced, it's going to give you some more options. So it's about 3/4 done there. One more little tick should do her. We burnt away 1 wood, unfortunately, but that's okay. Alright, so you got glass blowing or your smelting. So we're going to select an object. We want charcoal. Now if you take a load of charcoal, it's going to produce like mass quantity but lower quality kind of thing. And you can see we're getting charcoal up here in the top corner. It's throwing the charcoal in. Got 2 different grades. Quality 17 and quality 53. So that's not too bad. That's pretty good. might have had a little bit in my inventory, I can't really remember. But we did create a whole lot. Yeah, so that's that. And then you manage your kiln. And she done. You can just turn it off, don't matter. But that's how you use the kiln. I mean, you could throw as many billets as you want in there. And I cook up clay and stuff like that. Or you can process the clay into something else, like clay tiles for your house and whatnot. And then we just put our extra little bits in there, so you know it can also be a weight storage device. And yeah, that'll be that. I'll put my water in there. It holds my water. It'll hold basically anything you want it to hold, right? Cool. So that's that for a kiln. It's not too hard to make. Remember, water, some plant fiber, and then the clay is that dark patch over there. That's this little dark patch right there. That'll be the clay. So wherever the clay is marked on your map, which is right here, this is a clay spot. These are all clay spots. There's clay all over the map, but it's not too hard to find. And you just use a shovel to dig it up, your hands to get the plant fiber, and your hands to get the water, and there you go. You got yourself a kiln. Bada bing, bada boom. I hope that helps anyone that had any questions. This is 2 feet. Take care.